Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Susan and today we are going to be discussing the books I bought in the month of April. So, in April, I wasn't planning on buying a lot of books. I was planning on saving money. I have BookCon coming up next month, and I was also going on a 10-day trip to Denver, Colorado with my dad. And I decided maybe I'd buy like one, maybe two books while I was gone, just enough to fit in the carry-on. Like I was going to use this month to tackle my never-ending TBR, and that didn't happen. Instead, I bought 11 books this month, and I bought a good portion of these on my trip. Now, there were some special circumstances there. I did go to a book signing, and I did buy one on the first day there, and so that's 4 books right there, and plus I bought 3 more that I didn't mean to. Well, I meant to, but I shouldn't have. Alright, so let's just get started. The first book today that I bought was on my first day in Denver, and that is going to be The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X. Arpan. And all I know about this book is it's a mental health book in which the main character's mother kills herself and then believes she's become this bird. So yeah, that's all I know. I've heard a lot of good things about it here on BookTube, so I'm just kind of hoping it actually holds up. The next book I got, actually, the next 3 were from the book signing for Kathleen Glasgow. She was doing a signing for How to Make Friends with the Dark, and it was also a conversation with another author called Len Vlahos. Now, I actually really enjoyed the signing. I really enjoyed getting to hear them talk, and I got 3 books signed at that event. I got Life in a Fishbowl by Len Vlahos signed, and he signed it Susan and Joy, and then just his name. And then I actually got the 2 books that Kathleen Glasgow has out signed, Girl in Pieces and How to Make Friends with the Dark. Now, for Girl in Pieces, she signed, found it, I'm a klutz. You know, this is just not going how I wanted to. To Susan, Don't Let the Cereal Eat You. And she signed How to Make Friends with the Dark. To Susan, You Must Go On. Now, the next 3 books I bought were from 2 little, like, kind of local bookstores. And I'm going to kind of do this little thing real quick. Enjoy my shelf for half a second. Okay. So now the next 3 books were from local bookstores kind of just down the road, and from like where we stayed in Longmont. And I got a mass market paperback of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone from, I want to say, the Used Book Emporium. And I also got a mass market paperback for City of Bones by Cassandra Clare. I own both of those, but they're 2 of my favorite series, and I just need to collect things. The next book was one I had listened to on audiobook while I was in Longmont, and it's actually my first Stephen King book. It's called Elevation. It's literally a short story. It's maybe 140 pages, and I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, so check my April wrap-up to hear some more thoughts about that. So, I got home pretty quickly after buying those, and I had said to myself, Susan, you need to pause on the book buying. You have a lot of books on your TBR. You need to just sit there and slow down and actually read some. And that's what this month was supposed to be about. But I did buy more. I went to the bookstore in search of a book I'm reading on ebook through my local library called Radio Silence, and they didn't have it. But I bought 3 books instead. And I went in search of 3 books, but I bought 3 books I didn't go and search for. So, the first book I bought was Roald Dahl's James and the Giant Peach. I've actually never read this, never seen the movie. I think there's a movie. But it is the Scented Peach edition, so it's a scratch and sniff. The next book I got, because I liked the cover, was Being Audrey Hepburn by Mitchell Kriegman. I don't know much about it, other than it has something to do with this girl getting, I think, internet famous when she like wears an Audrey Hepburn dress. That's all I know, and I'm kind of actually looking forward to maybe taking a dive into this pretty soon. Now this book, the next book was a book I had intended to get. I had decided I want to reread The Chronicles of Narnia. So I picked up The Magician's Nephew. Had a good conversation actually with the guy at Barnes & Noble about The Chronicles of Narnia. I read part of this, or technically had it read to me when I was in 6th grade by my English teacher, because we were doing the accelerated reader program. And she read it to us in hopes of helping us kind of have a book to start us off with getting the accelerated reader points quota that we needed for that quarter. So yeah, I'm actually maybe looking forward to diving back into this. I haven't touched the series in years, like 12 years. And then I had nothing better to do today, so I went to the bookstore again. Shouldn't have. I shouldn't have. I need to save my money. But I ended up picking up Want by Cindy Pon. And actually this sounds interesting. It sounds like a dystopian in which like everyone is divided by like the class, like their social class. And it's like this one guy like breaks in to the corporation and like just like hopes to like get like the special suits that like the people like who are in the higher classes get, so like they can avoid like the plagues and like the viruses and like all that kind of stuff. I actually really want to dive into this soon because I saw there was a sequel that looked really interesting too. And yeah. And the last book I bought is Waiting for Fits, which I think this is a new release. That's like a mental health book that I was reading like kind of the inside cover for. And it's about a girl who suffers from OCD, and she's in a psychiatric hospital, and she meets this guy Fitz who is schizophrenic, and then like he needs her help to like escape and like break out of the psychiatric hospital. So I mainly picked this up because I love this cover, and also I'm rewatching Pretty Little Liars, and I saw Fitz and I was just like, oh wait, that's the last name of Arya's boyfriend. So yeah, no, I actually really want to read this soon. Like, it does sound really interesting. It's nothing I've really read before. So yeah, there's that. And that's it, guys. That's all the books I got this month. And hopefully I'll catch you guys soon in the next video. Remember to subscribe down below and leave a comment. Peace.